'cause my monsters are real, and that train had a kill, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel.
It's the S&D podcast. It's your boy Daniel, aka Sunshine. I'm here with my boy Dion, aka
D-Son.
It's the week of Thanksgiving. First off, we want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. We hope you guys eat a lot of turkeys on Thursday. I'm not a big turkey fan. I like ham and mac and cheese.
Deep fry that turkey now.
Yes. That's the best kind of turkey.
Make me hungry.
Now let me ask you something real quick since we're talking food. Macaroni and cheese in the oven or crock pot? What do you like better?
Crock pot.
Please tell me you're not the same way, are you? You like mac?
Baked.
Thank you. I'm glad. I can't eat crock pot.
I mean, mac and cheese is mac and cheese. I'm gonna eat it and I'm gonna devour it. But if I had to pick, crock pot.
That's a fact. If y'all couldn't tell by that voice, that's Mr. Scott Hodge back with us. We also got Mr. Bob Alvis. Bob, how you doing this evening?
Great. Yourself?
We're doing good, man.
You saying that because I'm a fat man?
I'm fatter than you. I'm fatter than anybody in this room, and I'll put money on that.
I'm just somewhat of a Fitbit back, so we're just gonna smooth on past that.
Okay.
Fat guy.
Salty. This week, we're going to discuss our playoff predictions for the NFL. We're 2/3 of the way through the NFL season, and it's been a very interesting season, I will say. There's a lot of teams that are leading that I didn't think would be leading compared to last year, but you know, to each his own. I've been proven wrong a lot this year. So let's jump right into this. Let's start with the AFC. Right now, leading, you've got Denver, New England, Indy, and then Pittsburgh. Those are your top four. In the NFC, we show Philly, LA Rams, Chicago, and Tampa Bay. So I'm going to start with Dion. Dion, AFC top four. You see staying the same? You see it changing?
Top four, I see change. Now, for that fourth spot, I see Buffalo and LA Chargers, mind you. I see that changing.
As for the division leaders or for the wild card and all that?
For the wild card, honestly.
Wait, I have a question here, real quick.
Yes.
So the top four are going to be your division leaders. They
Correct.
They don't squeeze out a AFC Central winner per se if somebody else has got a better record than this wild card team. Okay.
They're in discussion with. They've discussed it the last year or two because they don't want to have the 7-9 Seattle team play as a home game since they won the division that year and all that. They're contemplating teams that have like a projected 11 wins as a wild card, and then you're going to the visiting team that has 9 wins to win a division.
I think
But
the
still-
NBA used to do that to where they switched it up to where a conference winner would not necessarily get the home series. I think. So I was just curious. We can move on with our lives.
Scott, what are your predictions at the moment?
At the moment, right now,
And we're just talking AFC first.
AFC right now, Pats I think are going to cruise to their division.
No question.
I have Indy cruising in their division too. I have Denver winning the West, and I have Baltimore winning the North. I had thrown it out to give y'all my spoiler. I feel Pittsburgh just has times where they're sluggish offensively and all that, and you don't bet against Lamar. I mean, you've seen what a running back can throw. I mean, I feel they'll win 10 games and clinch the division in the final week of the season.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wild card, so it's 4 teams and then 4 regular teams for each, one for each division, and then 2 wild card spots, right?
Three.
Oh, there's
Three.
3 this year. Okay.
So the top seed gets the only bye. So you have seed 2 playing seed 7,
Yeah. Okay.
6 at 3, and then 5 at 4. So you'll have, if it's on my list, pending on between Indy and the Patriots and all that, it would be at home game at Baltimore, home game at Denver, and then whoever wins against the Pats or Indy. But
Bob, what's your predictions for the AFC right now?
You know, it's interesting because
how interesting.
very interesting because here's the thing: New England and Buffalo still have to play one another.
Yep.
The Chargers and the Broncos are going to have to play one another the last week of the season. You know me. I still say Kansas City is lurking. So, I don't know. Indianapolis and Jacksonville. 2-game difference. They still play.
That could be a 2-game swing.
One another twice.
One way, yeah.
So,
Bills and Patriots do play each other again. The good thing for them, it's at New England. They beat Buffalo at Buffalo. Now, granted, it was about 3 points, but a win's a win.
Dub is a dub.
Yeah. So now the Bills have to travel to them. So that's going to be interesting, I think. I'm going to ask you guys, and I just want you to tell me one team that you think is on the out right now, not making the playoffs. I'm going to start with Dion. Who's the one team in the AFC that's not making the playoffs when you look at that standings?
Not making the playoffs?
Correct.
That is hilarious.
I already know where I'm at.
me too.
I am too.
I think me and you might be on the same wavelength. I know me and him aren't, because I already know what he's going to say. He's going to disagree with what I'm saying.
You're going to say the Chiefs.
I am. I think the Chiefs
Okay.
are the one that's on the outs.
Tennessee Titans. Don't think they make it.
Well, I'm.
They can win out. They can win out.
You didn't say that. You just said.
I'm talking
You need to be
about-
more specific, bro. All right, look. With what's going on right now, I see Houston being on their way out.
Okay.
If Houston and KC had the same record, then Houston would have the. Oh, Houston and Kansas City still have to play.
They do, don't they?
Yes, they do. And if Houston were to beat Kansas City, they would have the tiebreaker over the 9-8 records. If that's how it rolls out.
If that.
That's how I have it in my writings right here.
I don't think the Chargers are playing good football right now.
They're injured.
Yeah.
So
They're
they
down
barely getting by.
Well, the Chargers are down to their 4th running back, and Vidal is not doing anything. Omarion Hampton's not playing until the week after next, potentially.
Sheesh.
Look at their schedule, too. I mean,
And their O-line is in shambles.
do you have a good schedule? I mean,
I have them going 9-8 too.
they got the Eagles
Chargers.
left. They got to go to Kansas City. They got to go to Dallas, and they got to go to Denver.
So here's my prediction, and this is going to be my final prediction for the AFC. AFC East is going to get 2 teams. You're going to get New England and Buffalo. AFC North is going to get 2 teams, Pitt and Baltimore. Now, which one's going to be the one there? I don't know. Like you said, Baltimore, you don't want to count them out.
I think
And
Baltimore.
betting odds, as of right now, Baltimore's still favored to win their division, even though they're in second on the bettors. AFC South, I think potentially has a chance to get 2 teams in, and that'd be an Indy and Jacksonville.
Same with
But in order for that to happen, Jacksonville has to continue to win, and I think that this week determines how the rest of their season could potentially go. I truly do. AFC West, I think, is only getting 1 team. Now, that team right now looks like Denver. That could very well change, and it could be the Chargers. I still say Kansas City doesn't have a chance. They have a chance, but it's a very slim chance. But I think at this moment, looking at Kansas City's remaining schedule, they got to play the Colts this week, which I have them losing to the Colts. They have to go to Dallas on Thanksgiving. I think Dallas beats them on Thanksgiving Day because Kansas City's defense is not like we're used to seeing Kansas City defense. Their offense is decent, but Dallas defense is a little bit better than the Kansas City defense, honestly. Then you've got the Chargers and Texans. I think they'll win both of those games. They should beat the Titans, but then they got to play Denver again. They lost to Denver earlier this year. That could potentially be another loss for them. So to finish out the year, I'm saying the Chiefs are going to end at 4-4 to finish the season off, and I think they missed the playoffs.
How do they finish 4-4?
Well, from this game, including today's game.
Sorry, you're right. I miscounted.
From the 7 games.
1, 2, 4. The 3-4. Sorry, I miscounted. That was my fault. They finished 3-4. With the losses coming to the Colts, Cowboys, Broncos, and the Chargers is a toss-up right now.
Well, it's either 3-4 or 4-3. It can't be both.
That's what I'm saying.
So you said 3 and 4. So who's the other one that beats them?
Colts.
You said that. You said Colts, Cowboys, and Broncos.
Yeah.
Chargers beat them.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said the Chargers was the other.
You said toss up.
They could beat them though, because I think they should beat the Raiders. Raiders are horrible. Titans are horrible. Those are 2 wins they should have. And you know, the more I think about it, the Texans are playing good defense right now. The Texans could beat them.
Texans has the best defense in the league right now.
I think
Between them, Seattle,
between the
and the
Texans
Rams.
and Chargers, I think Kansas City stands to lose to the Texans before they lose to the Chargers.
Okay, so Kansas City has won all their home games and
Lost all their road
lost
games.
all their road games.
They haven't won all their home games. They lost to Philly. At
I'm
home.
sorry, lost to Philly, beat the Giants.
But they are 0-5 in one-score games.
Okay, so you think
That is the big dagger right there.
that San Diego or Houston is going to beat Kansas City in Kansas City?
Yes.
Okay.
I think if I'm being honest, the team that has the best chance is Houston because of their defense.
Okay.
Chargers have a chance, but I don't think the Chargers are as good as the Houston Texans are defensively. I think what helps the Chargers is they have a better offense.
Who?
The Chargers have the better offense.
Think Kansas City?
I think so.
I don't.
Why do you think
not by
that,
much.
young Daniel?
It's not by much, but it's
It's a skosh.
it's close.
If Amarion was back, like I said, Amarion's coming back, should be back next week. If their run game and their O-line was what it was when they beat Kansas City at the beginning of this year, then yes.
Yeah.
I agree completely. But with Kansas City sputtering, I mean, not Kansas City, but with the Chargers sputtering with their offense right now,
That's just my opinion. So that's how I got the AFC ending up, and Kansas City being the one on the outs. So everybody's getting 2 in, but the AFC West. Anybody else who wants to go next? Bob, what do you think?
All right, we already did the AFC, I thought.
Who was the one you have on the out?
Who was your
Told you,
out?
Who was your
Tennessee.
out? Realistically, who was your out?
Tennessee, realistically.
Who is your,
100%.
all right, let me rephrase the question. Who is your out that is right now looking at the standings that is projected?
Chargers, I said that.
Thank you. I didn't hear you. Scott, who was yours?
my team out was Kansas City.
Kansas City. Dion, who's your out?
It all comes down to the Houston game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go KC with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, loser of the Houston-Kansas City game will be out.
Let's take a look at the
That's
NFC.
soon, too.
NFC leading all. I'm doing before I break down the conferences. We're gonna look at like just the straight NFC. I'm not doing divisions yet, but your top. I'm gonna do your top 9. You've got Philly, Rams, Chicago, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Green Bay, 49ers, Detroit, Carolina. That's your top 9. Very interesting, right?
Very.
Now let's break it down by the divisions. Right now in the NFC East, we have Philly. NFC North, you got Chicago. NFC South, Tampa Bay. NFC West, the Rams. Looking at this, and as we said, there's 3 teams. Right now, Philly getting a lot for the East, for the 1, in my opinion. North, I've got Chicago. Because Detroit, Detroit still got a chance to get that 1 lock.
Yeah.
What they need is they need some help. They need Chicago to lose, and they need to win out. Tampa Bay, I don't know. Honestly, I think Carolina could sneak up and take the 1 seed and come out on the South. West, you got a toss up between the Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Wait, I got a question again.
Okay. Which
So you said that Chicago has to lose out?
no, that in order for what? For Detroit to get
So
in.
tell me the Detroit thing again.
So in order for Detroit to get the 1 seed, Detroit has to win out. Chicago has to lose at least 1 more.
Are you counting the one that they're playing Detroit?
No, because they could come out of that game to who, like, that's what I'm saying. So if Chicago was to win out up until the Detroit game, and Detroit wins up until that game, then it's going to come to who has the head-to-head.
Okay, I thought you said the Eagles are the number 1 seed in the NFC.
They are. I'm talking about for the North. To come for the North, for the 1 seed for the North.
Okay.
So Detroit can get it, but they have to beat Chicago
Oh my god.
and win out. Chicago has to lose either to Detroit or lose 1 more game. But that's where I see that going. That division could come down to the very last game. And if that's the case, I think NFC East only gets one team, and I think it's Philly. I think the North could potentially get two teams, with it being Detroit and Chicago. Green Bay, maybe, very slim chance. South could potentially have two teams, and that being Tampa Bay and Carolina. The NFC West, maybe just getting one team. Possibly two.
I think the NFC stays like it is, except Detroit and Chicago flip.
That's what I have.
So who's your one on the out for the NFC?
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love what I've looked at.
Well, if I said Detroit, Chicago flip, and Detroit's out right now, and Chicago's in right now.
Are you looking at you're looking at the overall, aren't you? Like, okay. I think I know. Yeah, okay. Now I see what you're looking at. Me and you were looking at something totally different. I was looking at the divisions broke down. You're looking at straight conference, I'm assuming.
Right, because we're talking about the NFC playoffs.
Yes.
So I'm saying that Detroit and Chicago flip.
Okay.
Detroit's out, Chicago's in. So who do I have out? It seems pretty. Am I missing something? I'm confused now.
No, I was just. So you're saying Detroit's the out? No, you're saying Chicago's the one that's out. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly.
Yes.
So Carolina gets in?
No.
Okay.
I said the NFC stays like it is, except Detroit and Chicago flip.
See, even if they flip, I think Chicago still has a better record than Green Bay.
But you asked me, who do I have out?
Okay.
And if I say Detroit and Chicago flip, and Detroit's out right now, and they flip with Chicago.
I see what you're saying. Okay. I misunderstood. That was my fault. I apologize. Dion, NFC. Who's your one on the out?
Let me see. I can potentially see. This is me personally. You know what? I can see Niners being out, even though they're doing pretty much better than what everybody expected.
Okay.
Possibility. That's
Something tells me Scott might have to where Philly somehow ends up on the out.
No.
Okay. Well, you said I was going to be shocked, or I'm going to love your pick. That's what made me worry that you thought
I
something.
just had to sit there and recount what I just did.
Oh.
But so I have 3 teams coming out of the West. Everything comes down to the final game of the regular season, which is the Seattle 49ers game. If the 49ers lose, Green Bay would make it in as a wild card. And then Seattle will be the top wild card. So Seattle wins going 12-5, or 49ers win and go 11-6, and they're the last wild card. Green Bay will be the first team out, and then Dallas is what I have. I have Dallas going 9-7-1. I've got I've got Philly winning the bye, 14-3. Then I've got Detroit coming back and winning the division in the North with a 12-5 record. I just don't think Tampa Bay offensively can be slowed down to Carolina, because we have to play Tampa twice in this last third of the season right now.
Y'all haven't played each other yet?
We have not played Tampa. No, Tampa is like 2 of the last 5 games we played. So then I have the Rams also winning 13 games. And then the Seahawks and 49ers. 13, 12, and 11 wins.
Okay. So you have Green Bay on the out.
Green Bay is the first team out. Again, that depends on the 49ers game. If they lose, then Green Bay would make it, because they would have the half game over. 10-6-1 is over 10-7.
So you got Green Bay, you got 49ers. Bob had Green Bay, correct?
No.
No, you had Chicago. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Right?
I need to see more out of Green Bay's offense.
Yes.
All the stagnant times that Green Bay has offensively, Jordan Love has been beaten up a little bit and all that, and has been shaky at times. Them losing Kraft is a huge blow. Josh Jacobs is not playing this weekend either.
Oof.
So you've got the two backups playing right there. So the offense needs to show a little more to me. The defense, the defense is there. It's doing everything it can in the front seven.
So I'm going to ask you guys this question.
No.
So, say Kansas City doesn't make the playoffs, Bob. Mm-hmm. Say they don't make it.
All right.
Who is your Super Bowl matchup, AFC versus NFC?
Here we go.
Why did I say Kansas City can make the Super Bowl anyway?
Well, no, I'm just asking because I know you said they would be the one that gets in. So, if you're looking at the playoff standings right now, who's your Super Bowl matchup?
Let's go.
And the same question is going to come to you too, just in case y'all need some time.
We know.
Let's go. New England and the Rams.
Okay, that's an interesting matchup.
Another rematch.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
No Tom Brady, no Gronk.
I'm gonna go with Dion. Who's your Super Bowl matchup?
Another Super Bowl rematch would be Philly and New England.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting one. Mm-hmm. Scott.
And I didn't set my seeds up on this, but looking at what I see right now, that's tough. What I have, I've got Detroit 12-5, but you got Aiden Hutchinson that's healthy still, no freak accidents. And I had them as one of my dark horses earlier this year. But Seattle, if Seattle could clean up their turnovers, they could be very, very dangerous. Mm-hmm. But the Rams are just playing so good right now. I would have to say my gut wants to have the Rams in Indy. It would just be the biggest slap of the face to the New York Giants.
Yes.
If Daniel Jones was to make the Super Bowl,
that would be twice
the
that a
biggest-
player from the Giants had went to a different team and been in the Super Bowl the following year. That would be twice.
And Saquon has cheered.
Saquon did it first.
Well, that's what I mean.
Now
Saquon has cheered so much for Daniel Jones and what he has done and all that.
Yes. Because Saquon knows deep down it was never Daniel Jones. It's the Giants organization is just god awful. So, call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Easy.
The only way Philly gets back to the Super Bowl, which on paper they should because they have the team, the only way they do is if they get the number 1 seed and get the bye. I think if the Rams somehow sneak up and get that bye over Philly, Philly does not go back to the Super Bowl because they lose the home field advantage to the Rams. And I think that's really what helps Philly get to the Super Bowl is that home field advantage and having that bye. So, if they get that bye, my prediction for the Super Bowl is Philly versus Indy. Because I think
That'd be a good
Indy,
game too.
I think
definitely.
Indy coming out of the AFC. I don't think Denver gets there. I don't think they have enough talent they have talent to make the playoffs and make a run. I don't think they have the talent to get to the Super Bowl like Indy has. Indy, I think, has way more talent that can get to the Super Bowl and actually win the Super Bowl, no matter who they see.
Jonathan Taylor's hungry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a great matchup. You have Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor versus Jalen Hurts and Saquon, like 2 good dynamic duos in my opinion. Like quarterback and running back. Wide receivers, Philly's got better wide receiver core, I think.
But Indy's
Daniel
got
Jones,
more complimentary.
yeah.
Their
They're more-
third
yeah.
and fourth is a little more
Exactly.
is more in the offense than you've got Jahad Dotson.
So that's my predictions. Now, if Philly doesn't get that 1 seed, I have to agree with Scott. I think it's Rams versus Indy. I think the Rams get it. Chicago, I don't know. I will say if Detroit, like Bob said, if Detroit gets in, Detroit's going to be a problem, I think. And I think you could potentially see Detroit versus Philly matchup again, and I think it might be a different story this time. And if whoever's got the home field advantage, I think, might help win that game. But
I mean, I have Philly, with what I just jotted down, losing one more game the rest of this quarter of the season.
who do you have them losing to?
I have them losing to probably Buffalo, because Buffalo needs to win a little more than they do
Yep.
at the point that they're at right there.
I think the only way Buffalo beats Philly in that case on that game is if we've already got this number 1 seed locked up and they bench our starters.
I think you probably will, because I have Washington and the Giants winning 5 and 6 games, and it comes down to what Dallas is going to end up doing.
Well, and more so, we got to see what the Rams do because we don't play the Rams. And they, if I'm not mistaken, we played them earlier this year and we beat them, so we had the head-to-head to them. But if something comes down to it and say we lose to Dallas and say we lose to the Bills and Buffalo ends up winning one more game than us, they might consider playing the starters to try to get that seed over them. So
Score quick and fast.
yeah, so that game could potentially still have starters.
I mean, the only question you would have is what Dallas's remaining schedule is going to end up being.
Well,
I have y'all beating Dallas.
That's what I was going to
I
ask.
have Dallas beating Kansas City Thanksgiving. Then I have them losing to Detroit.
Okay.
But I see them winning out after that, because it's the Vikings, the Commanders, the Giants, and then probably end up beating the Chargers, because the Chargers are going to be too beat up.
So I'm curious. Let me go over here to Bob. Bob, looking at the Cowboys' remaining schedule, where do you got their record ending? You got them playing the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. Where do they end record-wise, in your opinion?
Give me a second. Didn't know we were going this route.
Dion, I'm going to ask you the same question. I'll come back to you, Bob. Interesting. Just saw an interesting score for college football. Pitt is now only up 35-28. Georgia Tech's making a comeback. That's interesting.
I can have Florida just got 3 points.
They were up 28-7 at one point.
So what you saying? What do I think is going to be?
With Dallas's remaining schedule,
for
what
Dallas.
do you see them doing?
Jeez Louise, help me, please. Where do I begin?
I go 8-8-1. By the way.
You say they finished 8-8-1?
Yep.
You have them losing to Kansas City Thanksgiving? Okay.
You haven't beaten us, though?
Well, we made picks
I
in
can't
a previous episode.
What did you pick?
I picked Dallas.
Okay. You have them beating the Lions, too? Or you have them losing to the Lions?
Probably losing to the Lions.
Have them losing to the Lions.
Okay.
He probably has them losing to the Chargers, or like I said, I had Dallas beating Kansas City next week.
Beating the Chargers, losing Commanders.
Wow. Without Jaden Daniels?
Well, I mean, December 25th, Christmas, we don't know what's going to happen at that point yet. Santa might come down.
Miracles.
Rudolph might drop
Miracles.
Rudolph might drop a gift at the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Another drop.
That's interesting.
Another drop pass.
So the way I see it is this: they're definitely losing to Philly. They are for sure losing to KC. Now with Detroit,
I think that game depends on what Detroit team we see. If we see the team that's played against Philly, Dallas wins that game.
I think Amon-Ra will have another nice game.
same here.
I mean, you know how teams like to be when playing at Dallas and all that?
Yeah.
Or are they at Dallas or at Detroit?
They are at Dallas. No, they're at Detroit.
It's a home game against America's team. Yeah, he's going to smoke them.
And not only that, we're gonna have to put in consideration of how teams don't like to show up when it comes to Thursday prime time on Prime Video. I hate to say. So I see Detroit taking that one. I see them beating Minnesota. Barely beating LA. They're definitely beating Washington.
So you got them basically as of right now 3-3 going into that Giants game.
I can actually see that.
Okay. Interesting.
Very.
So Bob, I'm gonna come to you on this one. You said you had the Chiefs beating Dallas. So where do you have the Chiefs ending record-wise? Because I know that's one of your teams you think get in.
Let me go back and look.
Okay. They got the Colts this week, and I'm pretty sure you picked the Chiefs, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
did.
Then they got the Cowboys, they got Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders.
They would need to finish with like a 10-7 record or something like that. 9-8. I don't
I think
think
they run the table.
Wow. So you don't have them losing any more games.
Nope.
Interesting.
I think the schedule's, in my eyes, very favorable. And I think they can go 7-0 with that schedule.
Did you don't want to count on Mahomes? You can't count him out.
No.
And if they get in the playoffs, that's where
13
you
seconds
really
left
gotta
on the
worry.
clock. I wouldn't want to do any talking or smack talk about that. So,
Same here.
it could end up happening, or like it's been all this season. It could be him on the road is hot trash. So,
Well, that's the only thing that scares me with Dallas. Like, you look at the Dallas remaining schedule, and there's games that they should win. But look at earlier this year, the games they should have won, they actually lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they should have beat the Giants earlier. They lost to them. They should have beat. I don't even remember who it was now. I'm trying to remember. Let me pull the schedule back up.
3 seconds.
They should have beat.
Jags.
No, the Bears. And the Bears beat them.
Bears too. Yeah.
They should have beat us. We beat them.
And I told you they were going to
They
beat.
should have beat the Cardinals. They lost to the Cardinals.
Why should they have beaten Philly?
What do you mean? Why? I said that in previous episodes.
And heck, me, you, and Bob watched that
going
game
into
too.
the game, why should they have beaten Philly?
Going into the game, I think they had the. I ain't gonna say better team. They had the better.
Chiefs moved the ball a lot more than they did.
But week 1 was
But that
Dallas
was an
and
ugly
Philly,
game
right?
too. That was another
Yeah.
chess match.
Yeah,
game.
week 1 was the Philly.
Okay, so you thought Dallas was going to win that game before it started.
No.
Okay, then Dallas shouldn't have won.
Okay, I didn't have them winning that game, but then when you watch the game, we lost that game because CeeDee Lamb dropped 3.
But you said Dallas. You said
That's what I meant when they should have won that game. We should have lost that game because our defense gave up 3 tremendous passes that were dropped. Thankfully.
okay. But if you say Dallas should have won that game, but beforehand, before you would even pick it, you would say Philadelphia should have won. Then you can't pencil in Dallas as 1-0.
Heck, you even penciled in
For
as
that
a
game.
loss when Jalen Carter got ejected. You forget, all 3 of us were watching that game, even though Bob came later, but still.
But before the game, if you're picking your team, if you're picking Philly, you can't say Dallas should have won prior to Dallas should have been 1-0. Philadelphia have to be 0-1. You know what I'm saying?
Dallas showed more fight.
Well, I agree.
Yeah,
With,
that's-
I mean, I'm see where you're going, but I'm saying like before the game, you can't. If you say Dallas should have won that game, then at the beginning of the game, you're picking Dallas to beat Philly.
I see what you're saying. Well, they should have beat the Cowboys. I mean, the Bears.
Okay. So you would have picked Dallas to beat the Bears before the game started.
Yes.
Okay.
I would have also picked Dallas to beat the Packers, but that ended in a tie. Because I thought Dallas had the better offense.
Okay.
I would have also had them beating the Panthers. No offense to your Panthers, but they lost.
Okay. That's fine. But the whole point is going into the game, you can't say Dallas should have won that game before the game even started when you wouldn't have picked Dallas. You get where I'm going?
Yes, I did. Well, that caps off our predictions for the playoffs this year. We'll see what happens as we're 2/3 of the way through of the NFL season. We are in week 12. Y'all guys, be sure to check out this episode. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know what y'all's predictions are. We're kind of curious to see where you guys stand. And we look forward to talking to you guys in our next episode. We just want to thank you guys for listening to the S&D podcast today. We just want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. Just remember, you can check us out on Apple, YouTube, and Spotify. And we look forward to talking to you guys in our next episode. Yes, sir.
Yo, so this is no justice, no peace. Well, let me speak my piece. Rocking the gospel of peace and it's going down. I'm aiming for the crown. Please pray for Ferguson and rest in peace, Mr. Mike Brown. Okay.